Everybody's written things down that they would like in their life. Okay? Go ahead. Write something down that you'd like in your life, that you're manifesting in your life. The theme of my talks while in San Diego on this trip are based around subconscious feelings. So those of you who've been here for, I think, 2 weeks now, we're continuing that. And then when I come back in another 2 weeks, we'll be doing more of that. And so we've discussed how to phrase affirmations that we would like in our lives. So some of you might know this already in your own work. I'm putting that on camera. In your own work, and or if you come here. So if there's something you'd like in your life, it's important to put it in present tense so that you're doing it instead of something you want. If you say, I want something, then you'll want it. And that's all that may happen. Right? So instead of that, we can write our phrases in a way that is, we're actually in it. So we're actually getting it. I am. So it's like something like this. So there's, I was putting this in the application of, let's say there's an aspect of your health, something in your body that needs improvement, some of my lungs or whatever it might be. You could fill in a sentence like this. So let's say my lungs are being integrated into my constantly regenerating vital body, mind, soul, whatever you want to say. But somehow it's being integrated into the health. I just put healthy. And it's important you would put this in your own words. For now, there's a couple things going on here. So instead of just putting all your attention in one area, we're integrating that into the complete working of the body, mind, and soul. And it's in present tense. So we're making that happen. And eventually we're going to be putting whatever affirmations you wrote down or you're remembering, we're going to put that into the exercises that we're doing. So occasionally you'll sound that in yourself while you're doing the exercises that we're going to be doing tonight. Okay? So everybody's thinking about something. You could probably put a lot of things into here, right? Another one I like is, it comes from the Sting song, Every Breath I Take. You know that song, right? So with every breath I take, that makes it even more, it's happening now. So with every breath I take, with every move I make, with every cake I bake, whatever. That all comes from the Sting song, right? Laughter's important for affirmations. So anything like that that helps you to make it now, to make whatever you desire in your life, instead of just being a desire, something you want, it's something that we're creating in each moment, in each breath, with every step, something like that. So that it eventually becomes a repetitious pattern that the subconscious mind gets and takes along with its thousands and thousands of processes, okay?
So with the word being, though, that would make it like, can we drop and then are integrated?
Yes, you could.
Okay.
Yes, you could. It's fine. Now, you're bringing another point. We have to believe it. Okay? Now, this is where the conscious mind gets in the way sometimes, or the subconscious. So if you say, my lungs are healed now, do you really believe that? Okay? This may take a couple steps. So that's why I phrased it this way, so that it's a continuous happening. Or they might feel good right now. So that's why I said continuously. So that this is a constant evolution that's going on. Yeah, any other questions about that? So that's why it's important you put this in your own words. So your body goes, yeah, you know, this I believe. Right? Does that make sense? And then it's not just physical, it's body, mind, spirit. Yes?
What's the limitation? I mean, if you, then let's say went over or something,
There's no limitation.
there's no limitation.
There's no limitation. Right? That's this, and this leaves this open, right? The vital health. There's no conclusion. Like, say, some people say that you want affirmations for money. They say, well, you know, I want 10,000 by the end of the week. So that's limiting, actually.
I got it.
All right. So this keeps it open and appropriate for whatever speed the healing needs to come at. Like, for example, people oftentimes have kidney failure when they get a new heart. Right? They get their bypass surgery or something and their heart is pumping and then kidney failure happens because that new organ or the new functioning of that organ is working so efficiently, it's not integrated into the workings with all the other organs, and the other organs are saying, wait a minute, where's all this blood coming from right away? And then something else goes wrong. So that's another reason why being integrated with everything is important in here. So that it's working harmoniously, or if you like, harmoniously. You could use that too. Or being integrated harmoniously into the constantly regenerating vital health of my body, mind, spirit. This works for a lot of situations, right? Something like that. Go ahead.
How do we believe it now? Are you gonna go through that? I mean, is that just by repeating that I'm gonna believe it eventually?
It's up to you. Do you believe it's possible? Do you believe that vital health is possible? Do you believe that you can be healthy? Do you believe that your body, mind, and spirit can regenerate in a healthy way? I can give you proof, or you can have your own proof. You just have to cut your finger. And you go, oh, that's right. My body does know how to heal. So, I can't help you with that. Now, one of the out there expressions is you can fake it till you make it. Right? And that works. So you can say it, and say it, and say it, and say it, until you actually get it. So you can fake it till you make it. And this brings up another aspect. Some of you were here for the week where we were doing muscle testing, and we tested whether you believed it or not. So people said, okay, yeah, I believe this, and then we muscle tested it. Not really. And then we went through a process where we put the body into its strongest position, and in its strongest position, the body finally got the message. And that's what the idea of these chi exercises are. We're going to be putting our body into a place where the energy is moving through the body so vitally that your subconscious and other agendas, negative, limiting, whatever, all that stuff, just goes away because the chi is just moving through your body completely and you're feeling that charge, so that's just the way it is. So your body will learn that it can do it just because you feel better doing the exercises. And you're saying these affirmations in a way that is a powerful place for you. You're in a power position saying the affirmation. Could be better than if you're just sleeping. That could be fine too. Or if you're just sitting in a chair and you're reading it and you're hunched over. Right. So that's what we're going to use in the focus of this class is power positions to generate the chi while we occasionally go into our affirmation. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, now, a theme in all of this is use of the senses. So did anybody smell the oils?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so we're ideally putting ourselves in a place where all the senses are going to be receiving health and vitality. When all the senses are connected to whatever your message is, with every breath you take, right, with every move you make, however else you want to frame it, then all the senses are cooperating. Instead of what an affirmation is the sense of hearing. Yeah? You say the words, that's great, that's hearing, that's fine. That's one sense. So we want to connect it to all the senses. So we're going to smell that affirmation. At home, you would find a particular oil or essential oil that really worked for you, that you really like. When you smell this essential oil, you go, oh, I love this. I feel so confident, or whatever it is that you feel strong about. So you might use that one specifically for your own condition. Okay? This is, by the way, this is eucalyptus and peppermint, which are pretty vitalizing. They definitely get the chi awake. Okay? Great for lungs, and we're going to be doing qigong exercises where the lungs are being activated. Yes?
So would you mix that with the almond oil and rub it on your chest?
You can, yes, you certainly can. So there's lots of ways to do this. Now that would be involving the sense of touch. Very, very important. Okay. So we're going to be doing some body work later. We're going to do some sense of touch. And also I'll be coming around to you and correcting your postures. And I'll say this again when I do it. As I'm correcting your postures, I want you to remember that touch and where you were moved and where your knee went or where your pelvis went, where your arms went. So you remember that feeling of the touch putting you in that alignment, and then your body will remember it more. So healing with qigong would be that someone is actually coming over to you while you're holding those power postures. And then the energy would start to circulate more because you have the additional input from someone else who's helping your body. So that's, in a very short description, is what healing qigong or a healing qigong practitioner would be doing. Very similar to doing massage. Okay, so that's the sense of touch that we've addressed. Sense of smell we've addressed. Ears, we're going to be saying it. Okay. What other sense have we got? See it, yeah. So candles, lighting is important. Now, if there's an image that some of these postures remind you of, or an image that signifies the strength of whatever you want in your life, then you may want to occasionally notice that. So like I like the image of a tree, and a lot of these postures have been compared with trees and roots, and trees live a long time, right? Yeah. So like trees are a really good image for someone to remember occasionally. And the reason I'm saying occasionally is if we're using the brain too much, then it may take away from where the chi needs to move because we're using our brain too much. So while we're integrating all the senses, we're also going to forget them. Okay? So there's this philosophy that ideally we should stay away from being focused on our senses too much. So too much smell, too much looking, too much hearing takes us out of the unity of the body. So what we're going to be doing is almost like a key in the door. We're going to be using all the senses to go into that place to put us in the complete presence of body, mind, and soul without being hung up on it. Like saying a mantra over and over, yada da da da, yada da da da, yada da da da, yada da da da. That might work, that's fine. It works for you, great. What I'm suggesting is that we do a little bit of all the senses and just be in your body and let it do what it wants to do, instead of using a brain concept to take us out of how the body wants to change. Yeah?
How do you get out of your head when you're analytical and you know you're bright and you know all this? How do you just completely block that out and go into it?
Yeah, well, I'll go into that. Basically, we're going to use the breath. Okay? The breath is going to be our guide for putting our attention in our body. We have a sound that's going to be ringing occasionally, and we can listen to that. You can give the mind something to do. occasionally. Okay, so we're going to give it something to occupy us instead of, oh gee, when am I getting out of here? I've got so many things at home. Did I leave the burner on? Or did I lock the door? So instead of that, we're going to give the brain something to focus on. And then we use our breath to just put our attention in the body while we go through the exercises. And I'll remind you of that as we go through them. Okay? Now we're still missing one sense. Taste. So, here comes the bike and orange juice. We're not going to do that. Seriously, that's a sense that people use because we get a lot of energy, a lot of passion from the taste. Right? This has actually been compared, the mouth is compared to a complete reproductive system, a metaphoric reproductive system. Right? We kiss, right? It's very important kissing. There's a penis in there, there's a vagina in there, there's moisture in there. So in the old books, all the Taoists and the East Indians, they saw the mouth as being a complete male-female connection. It's all there, male and female. So the placement of the tongue on the roof of the mouth connects the upper heavens force moving down with the earth's force moving up, and just connecting the tongue on the roof of the mouth will start to create saliva, which we will be tasting, and eventually the more we do exercises like this, the saliva changes and becomes very flavorful. So we'll be using our own saliva to nourish our bones and our organs as we cultivate saliva through doing the exercises. So that's our sense of taste. So if you want to give the brain something to do every once in a while, instead of wild and scattered thoughts, go to one of your senses that's being stimulated, and that's what you'll do. That's what you give your brain something to do. And then go back to just breathing and emptiness and being in the body. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let's stand up and start. So first, let's practice standing. So the toes are in slightly for the purpose of straightening the outer edge of our feet. So if you look at the outer edge of your foot, if you put your toes in just a little bit, you'll see that it's completely straight. And so we want to do that in order to keep the chi generated straight down into the earth or straight up from the earth. And that outer edge of our foot is the strongest place on the foot to support us. So your weight can go a little bit to the outside. So if you move your knees inward, you'll feel your arches, yeah? So just move your knees in. You feel your arches, the weight goes to your arch. So we want to move our knees out a little bit, just off center. And you'll feel that you're much more strongly supported by the earth. That's what we want, and in all these postures, except for a couple, and I'm not sure if I'll even do those, we're going to keep our feet in this position. You feel how that's keeping you rooted in the earth? Okay, so those are our roots in the earth. If you like that image of a tree, be a tree. Then we have other roots to heaven. Lift your head up, your shoulders go down. So we're suspended. The body is suspended between our roots in the earth, at our feet and legs, and our brain and head going to the heavens. So the knees are not bent right now. Okay? It's almost as if you're a shirt and you're being lifted up by a shirt. The shirt would hang, right? If you lifted the shirt up by the collar, the rest of the shirt would just hang down. So we're suspending ourselves from above, shoulders are relaxed, and we're rooted between the earth below and the heavens above. So this should feel solid, balanced. Does it feel okay? Okay, so this is how to stand. People say, well, how do I stand? What's the right posture? What do I do with my shoulders? You don't have to do anything. You just lift your head, feet into the earth, and your body will just hang in a straight posture. Okay? eventually this will feel comfortable. Your chin's going to be a little bit tucked down, just a little, while your head is being lifted up. Yeah. Now doing this, you will actually feel that you're getting taller. Feet into the earth, head goes up, so you're pulling your body, you're pulling your vertebrae. The spaces between the vertebrae are increasing. Can you feel that? Like you're almost like an elevator? Those feet are in the earth and your head's going up. Up we go, but you're still rooted on the earth. You look great, Oliver. Like everybody's looking so tall. Yeah? Okay, and you do this relaxed, okay? So yeah, I'm connected to the earth, head's lifted from above. The rest of your body should just feel loose, okay? Yeah. Yes?
I pronate in really bad, and I always have to wear something to make my feet straight.
Yeah, this will fix it.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, this will fix it.
So don't worry about it, just
yeah,
let
no,
it do
you're
what
fine,
it's
you're
doing.
fine. And the knee specifically is over the second and third toes. So not in towards the arch, but if you could draw a line from your kneecap to your toes, it'd be somewhere over your second and third toes, somewhere in that area. And that's all it takes is to get the weight a little bit to the outside.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, we'll start with an easy one, just for the hands. 3 positions. Stretch. Fingers are a little bit tight. Bring your arms back. Claw. Make a claw tight. And then fist. And I want you to breathe quietly with your nose. With your nose. Yes, breathe with your nose. Your mouth is closed. Tongue is on the tip of the mouth, on the tip of the, the tip of your tongue is on the top of your mouth behind the upper teeth. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. The tip of your tongue is touching your upper teeth, yeah? On the roof of the mouth, okay? And we're going to do these 3 postures. We're not going to use the mouth because we want to cultivate saliva. So even though we're going to be moving fast, we want to keep that chi generating inside in a deep, vital, so, stretch, claw, fist. Stretch, claw, fist. Stretch, claw. I'm going to go faster, go at your own speed. Just 3 positions, stretch, claw, and fist. And you're breathing. Feel your feet, feel your head. Your body's suspended. And just keep going. If you want to go faster, that's fine. Keep your shoulders low. Stretch. Stretch your arms up there. Your eyes are gazing slightly downward past the bridge of the nose. That keeps us rooted as well. And if you feel a little tension in your hand, that's okay. Just keep going a little bit longer, right? Okay, good. Now loosen up. You can open your chest, close your chest. Now feel free, let your breath go. Just do whatever's natural. You're just loosening up in between postures here, okay? Yeah, good. And you can do this fast too. It used to be, before people took classes like this, that as people aged, their hands looked older. Yeah? These exercises will make your hands look younger. Okay? And when your hands start looking younger, it means that we're getting younger. We're reversing the aging process. So these exercises that I'm showing you are designed for longevity. And the hands is not just your hands. The hands is the gateway to the heart. All right? So healthy heart, pumps and pumps and pumps, live a long life, yeah? The next one is going to also do this. Clasp your hands like this first. Okay, so you're all touching your palms, right? Okay, so in this exercise, your hands are going to be behind your back. I want you to remember this. As best as you can, keep your hands touching. That gets the right meridians moving, okay? So, touch your hands behind your back. So, right, you're touching your palms, right? Your toes are in a little bit. You feel the outside of your feet, yeah? And without doing the hands, first, what I want you to do is just bend your knees and lean back. You tuck your pelvis under you, and then come up. So you shouldn't feel anything in your lower back. This is not like a yoga back bend, because your knees are bent, your pelvis is tucked under you. You shouldn't feel anything at all in your lower back.
I can't touch my palms, do
That's fine. Go as far as you can. Okay? Just do the best you can. Okay, so that's the body part of this, the main body part of this. All right, so if you do this, your back should feel fine. That's really important that your lower back is protected.
Feel it in the knees.
If you feel it in the knees, then you have to adjust your knees. Your knees will most of the time need to go more out.
What is the shaking?
If you're shaking, that's great.
Second.
Okay. So make sure you don't want to feel this in your lower back. Your lower back should be comfortable. Your knees should be completely comfortable. If your pelvis is tucked and your knees in the right place, this will actually help both your lower back and your knees. Okay, so once you've got that part of it, is your knee okay now?
A little better.
So get your knees
It's
out.
not like, because I do feel sore in the knees sometimes.
Go out.
Maybe you could get a
Does that help?
Need a
That's
lot.
one of the claps.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you have to do. You have to find that position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your head straight or what? 'Cause you
Thank
keep
you.
it-
The head.
Yeah.
Don't do much with the head. Okay? What people tend to do is they tend to go like this and crunch their vertebrae. So all I'm really doing is I'm just moving the body like this, okay? So don't do much with your head. That's the safest way. If you are going to put your head back, think of it more like you're stretching your head so that it's pulling your spine out. So you're actually lengthening your neck, okay? But the safest way for now, if you've never done this before, is to just move your body, okay? All right, you've got that part. Now what we're going to do with our arms is, as we lean back, we're going to inhale, shoulder blades together, arms behind you. Keep your shoulders down as if somebody's pulling you down, and from behind as you inhale, slowly, softly, and come up, exhale. Keep it as quiet as you can, your breath, okay? So we're going to learn how to put ourselves through maybe even a straining position, yet still stay calm inside, okay? So let's do that again. Feel the weight on the outside of your feet, tuck your pelvis under you, send your arms behind you as far as you can with your hands touching. Inhale, exhale, come up. Do this at your own speed. See if you can do it nose breathing only, okay?
What do you mean with your hands touching palms? You mean?
Palms are touching. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, and I'm going to come around and make sure you're doing it. Now, Mike, so if you could go a little more this way. Okay, knees out. You bend your knees more. That's it. If you start shaking, that's a great sign. Chi is moving.
We know who that is.
Yeah.
That's changing your metabolism. Yeah, and don't hold it so long. Remember, it's an inhale back and an exhale forward, okay? So shoulders down, shoulder blades together, yeah. This is the heart in here in your back. So you're stretching, opening up that heart. Yes. Can you touch your hands? Good. Yeah, good. Keep going. Yeah, that's good. Behind you. Bend your knees, bend your knees. Keep your balance. You should be rooted. Yeah, that's good. This will get easier. There you go. Very good.
I had a car accident, so I'm not too swift
Yeah,
yet.
well, that's in the past. Okay? Today, you're exercising, feeling it all. And yeah, and while you're vibrating back there, you can do that affirmation, my are constantly integrated and regenerating my health body. You can occasionally say it. Okay. You see your bend your knees a little more. And knees out though. Yes, you get the weight on the outside of your feet. You see now you're starting to vibrate. Tuck your pelvis. That's it. Feel that vibration? That's what you want. That's great. Oh, yeah, that's nice, right? Okay, good.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Bend your knees, bend your knees. Toes in. Keep those toes in. They may want to go out. Okay? You can bring your legs closer together if that's easier. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Back this way. Yeah. Yeah, you're vibrating. That's it. This way. Your neck's going to lengthen, and breathe here. That's it. Yeah. Good. Let's see again. Okay. Go ahead, folks. Do a few more. Practice your alignment. Okay, that's good. Now, again, let's open up the chest a little. Okay, you're relaxed now. You want to open your mouth and breathe. And that's fine. Good. Yeah. Okay. So something else that used to happen to people before they did exercises like this, as a lot of people aged, they started to go like this with their bodies. You ever see that? And some people here have got a little tendency to have that, this part of the back is too rounded. Okay? So that gets to change. As we do these exercises, the heart area opens up and starts circulating more blood through the tucked in lower back position, the kidneys, and then blood and chi starts circulating better. Okay? So as we do these exercises, people start getting taller and their heart starts working better. Okay? Is it okay? Thumb on the navel. Yeah, one hand. Fingers below the navel. And then your other hand is on your wrist. This rounds the chest a little bit. Everybody check your toes. Check your knees. Check your alignment and where your weight is. You're suspending your head. Okay. So we're breathing into our fingers here. This is called the dantian, the field of big energy, right? This is where life comes from. So that's where our fingers are right now, in women anyway. And so hold a little lower. You're not on your solar plexus, but fingertips, thumb on your navel. That's okay, and now balance. What?
Does the man hold a hand on it?
It doesn't matter.
The same?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just do what's natural. What's natural for you is what you do. Some people will have one hand on and some people will have the other. So do what's natural for your body.
What about muscle testing?
You got what?
Muscle testing the proper position.
It's a muscle testing position?
Muscle test the proper position.
Oh, you can muscle test it?
Yeah,
Just do what's natural. I mean, this is just my perspective. The natural one gives you more relaxation and calming effect. The one that's a little bit strange to hold, you want to just do the other one? Do you kind of feel strange to you?
Mm-hmm.
Like one feels natural and one feels, oh gee, that's kind of, I wouldn't want to hold. That one's more activating. The one that's kind of strange for your body is the one that makes maybe more upward energy and more activated upward energy. The one that's more natural for you is the one where the chi sinks more and you calm down. So most of the time, because we're getting already enough chi going, we want to sink the chi to the lower part of the body. So do what's natural, is my perspective on it. Okay, toes in, Alith, okay? See that? Can you creep your toes in a little bit? Or at least work on it till you can. Yeah, so you work on it till you can. Okay, and now all we're going to do is from the head, chin down, tongues on the roof of the mouth, is go onto our toes as we inhale. Get your balance. Exhale, come down. Do it slowly as you can. Do it at your own speed, it's fine. Inhale. And exhale. So here we're integrating both sides of the brain. Any balance exercise integrates both sides of the brain. Your practical side, your creative side. Thoughts come, follow your breath. Put your attention in your body, gazing slightly downward. Let's do a variation. This might make it a little easier. As you inhale, hands go up and to the sides. And come down back to the original position. Inhale. This is like the tightrope. With your arms out, it might make it a little easier to balance. Exhale. You know what I mean? When they walk the tightrope, they hold a pole. Inhale. So balance exercises, if you have some affirmation, some outcome you're achieving in your life, balance exercises will help integrate both sides of the brain to get you there, to get you to that outcome. Your conscious mind may go, oh yes, this is what I want in my life, love, prosperity, whatever it is, health. Both sides of the brain get to work together to do that. Yeah? So balance exercises are excellent for coordination. Body, mind, and spirit. Okay. Let's do another one. I'll just kick out your legs a little, okay? Did you feel that in your calves? Anybody feel that in your calves? Okay, that's the bladder meridian. And the bladder meridian is connected to the activation of your life purpose. So we're stretching the activation of your life purpose in that exercise, okay? So anybody get cramps in the middle of the night sometimes? In your calves? Well, that means the activation of your life purpose is in that moment what?
Stop really.
Cramps? Right? So these exercises prevent from cramping and keep our life purpose flowing and flowing. Okay? So there's connections to all the meridians of the body and their purposes through all these exercises. Okay, let's do just a very, very simple toes in, everybody. Weights on the outside of the feet. And bend your knees, tuck your pelvis, and just lean back. This is a good one for saliva. Inhaling, and then exhale. Slowly forward. You can bend your knees a little if you want, at least a little. Exhale. Inhale, go back. And do this at your own speed. You want to do this as slow as you possibly can while still staying relaxed. So find your own speed to do this, okay? When you're bending forward, you can bend your knees a little, and anytime you bend your knees, you tuck your pelvis under you. And find that slow speed to do this. Once you've got the posture, you can maybe go a little further. Let your body tell you you're breathing through your nose. Feel the breath come in your nostrils and sink it down below your belly, right where your hands are. And let it fill up your whole body. As you inhale and exhale, it moves to whatever part of the body needs attention. Inhale on the way back. Weights on the outside of the feet. Elongating your spine. Exhale. You can actually push on your belly on that exhale, going down, to get all the oxygen out, carbon dioxide out. Oxygen in as you lean back. And exhale. All the carbon dioxide goes out. Feel the weight on the outside of your feet. If you're going to give your brain something to do, put it in the exercise. Get your alignment, your breath. Tongues on the roof of the mouth, everybody. Behind the upper teeth. Okay, and on that last time down, fold your arms and stay down. Fold your arms on each other. The crease in your elbow is holding up your hands. The crease in your elbow is holding up your hands, so you don't have to hold on to your arms at all. You can completely relax because your little finger edge of your hand is being supported by the fold in your elbow. So you don't have to hold on to it. That's what everybody's got. You're just going to stay down there. You can bend your knees, especially if you feel something in your lower back. Good. Now we're going to hold this position. So the holding postures are great times for you to remember your affirmation, what you're manifesting in your life, in every breath you take. So with each breath, your body, mind, and soul is filling up. With your outcome. Notice your saliva. Here's a good time to use taste. Just stay there for a little bit longer. Yeah, if you need to come up, that's fine. And I'm going to put a little sense of smell. Getting some of that. Okay, you can come up. Okay, so just stand, everyone. Regular standing posture.
What's that spooky?
Peppermint.
Peppermint? More peppermint? Good for digestion.
Especially in that position.
Okay, so heads are lifted, chin down. Feel your body taller again, okay? Make yourself taller. So in the old days, people used to get shorter as they grew up. Strange, huh? So now we're gonna get as tall as we'd like to be as we age. Feel your breath, okay? Let's do a little breathing right now. So feel the breath come in your nostrils. It goes up to your third eye and down the front of your body, below the navel. It spreads out. And then as you exhale, it starts moving up. It curls around the pelvis and goes up the spine. Exhaling up the spine through the top of the head and back through the nose. So you maybe still smell that peppermint and let it open up all your tissues. And of course, there's all this eucalyptus going on all at the same time that you're maybe less aware of. So our lungs are really getting a chance to open up here. So breathe all the way down. Inhale is down the front, below the navel. Exhale up the back of the spine, top of the head and back through the nose. Your belly expands on that inhale and collapses on the exhale. You can push in a little bit on that exhale, get all the carbon dioxide, all the air out. Can you slow your breathing down? How slow can you make that inhale? How slow can you make that exhale? Because the slower we breathe, the longer we live. A mosquito breathes really fast, right? They don't live long. But those tortoises, you ever see those big tortoises? They're walking slow. They're living for a long time. So there's some philosophies that say we have each one of us has a certain number of breaths. And once we use up those breaths, it's bye-bye. So I'm pretty sure that as we slow the breath down, we'll definitely create more space and more life and more years to live. With vital health. It's peaceful, right? When we breathe slowly. Sense of peace. You might feel more saliva. If you're starting to get more saliva, and even if you're not, just practice moving your tongue around your teeth. Okay, so you spread your saliva occasionally. This is our original inherent toothbrush here. Seriously, how often do you do this? Do this more. This will really help your gums, your teeth, spreading all that saliva, especially in exercises like this. We're creating great alkaline, very charged saliva, and that'll certainly help the teeth and the gums. And then when we swallow it, that charged fluid has an energy to it, and wherever it goes physically, it also goes energetically and nourishes all our internal organs. So saliva from the East is considered an elixir, a magic elixir potion, as long as we know how to generate healthy saliva. And the next one's going to be a fast one. Okay? And we're gonna break after we do it, just to circulate the energy once again. And you'll see the benefits of how to use fast breathing. This one is called the roaring lion, and we make an exaggerated sound of the breath. The sound is hing, like, sort of like, you know how we breathe in, we go, it almost sounds like hing, and then we go, right? So the sounds are hing and har. And we're going to go, you can just watch me once, I'm going to go and send my diaphragm to push my hand up. And then bend the knees and go down. Okay? So it's hing and yeah. And especially if you've got lower back tendencies, it's really important to bend your knees with the knees out as you go down and you do the har part of it, okay? And when you do, make sure the breath is going softly past your throat instead of okay. Yeah, you feel that already, right? So ideally, this is going to help relax your thyroid. All your glands are going to be regenerated through this fast breathing process. Make sure you very soft breath as you go through the heart, okay? So, right. So everybody ready? And I'll start slow, I'll start slow, and then I'll speed it up. Go at your own speed though, okay? If you feel comfortable going faster, that's great. If not, just do it at your own comfortable speed. Nobody's pregnant here? Is anybody pregnant here? Okay. It's fine to do pregnant, it's just you really got to go slow. Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet? You haven't regenerated enough. Okay. A few more classes. I mean, we jest about it in the ancient books. They spoke about that all of the old functions would start coming back again.
Right.
And we would. So you're better with that.
Can we stop now?
You can stop. You know. If you're afraid of living a longer, younger life, you can stop now. That's fine.
Not with a bunch of children.
Yeah.
Right, ready? And at your own comfortable speed. Push the air out. Okay, stop. Open your eyes a little bit, put your feet into the earth. Get your grounding, okay? And once you're sure you're solid on your feet, you can close your eyes slightly and start looking down again. Close your mouth now. Touch your tongue on the roof of the mouth behind the upper teeth. Relax your face, almost a smile on your face. And feel what's going on in your body. You're going to feel something after doing that. Maybe your head, your arms, or it's usually more upper body. Okay? So feel that. Breathe. Now your breath is really circulating. So that's the purpose of especially deep diaphragmic, fast breathing. It'll get energy going to the periphery of the body. And then as we slow down our breath, all of that activated chi trickles down and goes to the lower part of the body. So this part of the exercise is equally important, where you learn how to slow your body down again very quickly. So there you are again, you're back into slow breathing, you feel relaxed, and you're noticing the chi moving. Feel your abdomen rise on the inhale, collapse on the exhale. Thoughts come. You know what to do. Breathe. Is there an image coming to you related to your affirmation? Can you hear the sound of your affirmation? You feel the vibration in your body. It's tingling, that affirmation, your choices, your outcomes, to whatever part of the body that are participating in the manifestation of your outcome. So most of us, I think, are calm again, yeah? And you still feel a little buzz? That's called chi. Okay, so people say, well, we know what's chi. That's what you're feeling right now, that little buzz. That's chi. That's the force that motivates all our cells and all our functions. And it's ringing right now, yeah? Feel it? It's tingling, okay? You want more of that chi?
Sure.
There's an infinite amount of that chi, right? And everybody wants more. Who wants more energy, right? Everybody wants more. Well, here it is. This is how we get it. We align our bodies, we move our breath, and we let it move through us. That's what we're doing. So here, let's go get some more. Above and below, here I am. Fill me up, okay? Ready? And... faster. Okay, and feet into the earth. Open your eyes. Keep your grounding, folks. Sometimes people flip out and they land on the ground on this one. That's okay if you do. It's just bamboo. Calm down. English language is really interesting, right? The way we say up and the way we say down. Do you ever think about that? Like no other language has that. Where we say chill out or calm down, or we use directions after our verbs. It's really interesting. I really got stirred up. We don't get stirred down, do we? Well, that's what we're doing now. We're stirring the energy down. Does it feel like it can sink now? So heads above, shoulders really relaxed, feet into the earth. We're getting taller. Do you feel that elevator? Do you actually feel yourself going up? So remember that, right? Make yourself taller if you like. Okay, next one is a Neigong exercise. That means internal training. So far this is all called Qigong, which is just general movement training of the Qi. And there's many different types of Qigong. There's very little known really about Neigong. Neigong is a very, very powerful, intense set of exercises that get our bones and internal core strength vitalized. So it's very, very important you do this in the proper position. That means the knees have to be in the right place, and the pelvis is going to be tucked under you, the weight's going to be on the outside of your feet. If you feel anything in your knees, stop. Don't just stop. Okay. What I'm going to do is, I'll show it to you. I'm going to bend. I'll do it from the side so some of you can see my pelvis. I'm going to bend. My pelvis is tucked, and I'm just going to hold this position. So my lower back is protected. This is very good for lower back. And my legs are bent at the most 90 degrees. Okay, go ahead. You can go into it. You're going to hold this for a minute. What's a minute, right?
You go very low.
And no, only 90 degrees at most. Because if you go any lower than 90 degrees, you won't get the leg burn that you get in this position. Knees have to be out, so the weight's on the outside of the feet, or you can hurt your knees. So if you want to move your feet closer, make sure your knees are out and the weight's on the outside of your feet. And hold this. Now you can do a deep belly breathing. So Neigong means that you also go longer than your body's telling you to go. If you want to strengthen that internal core of the body, as long as you're doing this right with proper alignment, your internal energy and your internal strength will increase if you continuously hold this further than your body's telling you to. Breathe deeply through your nose. Okay, that's good. And slowly come up, tilt your pelvis under you. And come up. Now you feel your legs, right?
Yeah.
Feel your body, breathe. You feel there's energy moving now, right? Okay? These are the roots of the tree. When those roots are flexible and strong, they can hold us up for many, many, many years. So when people say, well, I can't do all those exercises, do the frog. Do the frog once a day. All you need is a minute. Everybody has a minute. Right? You can find a minute. Do you ever go to the toilet? Okay. And I have one of my students in Europe. She goes, well, I don't have time, I'm so busy, but I do go to the toilet, so right before I go, I do the frog for a minute. That's where she does her frog. Yeah, that's the proper way to poop, right? Yeah. So everybody, if you use the toilet, there's no excuse. You do the frog, okay? All right, another balanced one. How are you all feeling? Feel okay? All right. Energy's new energy. Okay? Good. This one's for question,
I'm feeling it in my left foot also.
yeah, nice. In your ankle area?
Actually in my arch.
In your arch, okay, great. That's your spleen meridian.
Spleen.
Yeah, that's your Mother Earth. Okay, so move the knees out a little and make sure your knees are in the right place. But that's okay. A lot of people will feel in this area, inside or outside. That's fine. As long as there's no pain in the knees or lower back, you're usually fine. Okay. So that it's probably stretching out upward. Okay, the toes in. It looks like you're doing it with the correct alignment, so looks good. Any other questions before we go on? Okay, so
How do you know if you're overdoing it?
how would you overdo it?
That's what I'm asking.
You can't overdo it. As long as you can sleep, especially if you're doing Negon. Like if you go tomorrow and you say, I'm going to hold the frog for 5 minutes. You've never done that before. That's very, very strenuous on the body. Okay? And it'll make you want to sleep. You might find yourself getting really, really sleepy because that's how we regenerate when we push our bodies a little bit further. So you should actually get a good sleep tonight, right? But people are busy and they don't have the time to rest, so they might do Negon. I've seen this happen a lot. They're coming to Negon classes and they're drinking coffee and black tea, and so they don't sleep, right? And then their body starts getting worn down. Okay, so if you're going to be doing exercises that are taxing your body in this way to build your strength, it's really, really important you regenerate at your core, and that means deep sleep is very, very important. Okay, next one's for balance. I'll do it the same way as you. You're going to bend your left knee, tuck your pelvis, while you raise your right hand with right knee. And then you're going to shift to do the other side. Toe down first, heel down second, and raise. The key in this is to have perfect balance each millisecond. So you're in complete balance control of your body in each second, millisecond of this exercise. And you can do this, for those of you who've got balance issues, you can do this with something at the side, like a chair, and then you just stop and get your balance. Okay? So I really recommend that if you hold on to something, and then you go through the exercise.
How do you breathe on this one?
Yeah, thank you. Inhale as the leg goes up. Same leg up, same hand up. Exhale. Inhale. X. In. X. In. Feel the breath in your belly. Okay, let's go into horse stance. Okay. Tuck your pelvis. Knees out. I'll come around and make sure you're all doing this. And really the most important part again, pelvis is tucked under you. There's no arch in the back. Your back is one piece. And the knees are out, so the weight's on the outside of the foot. Okay, that looks good. If you lean forward, you'll get more breath into your belly. As long as you never lean in standing posture. From your solar plexus, you're leaning from below the navel while still keeping the tuck. You'll feel more breath going. Okay, yeah, good. All right, so now I'm holding some of your lower backs and your upper backs. So feel that touch, because I'm probably touching areas that need some change and some movement. So you can use the sense of touch here. Yeah, that's good. Breathe into your belly and remember these places. That's a close. Yeah, that's a good. Bend your knees. Let's lean forward a little. Let's get this lower back. So your lower back's okay? Yes, there we go. Just a little bit makes a difference, okay? Okay, good. Bend your knees. Lean forward. Tuck your pelvis more. That's it. There you go. Good. Now you lower back. This really makes your core, but your lower back very, very strong. Good. Bend forward. Right, you're really buzzing there, that's great. Lean forward. You can word your affirmations, send your affirmations through your body, tuck your pelvis. Good, that's it. Okay. When you tuck your pelvis, you feel more in your legs. Your roots get stronger. Okay, lean forward more. Tuck your, yeah, weird, but still lean forward. Yeah, now breathe in here, get more breath in. Okay. A little stretch in the hands, just a slight stretch, okay? That's great. Okay, sit here, lean forward. Okay, lift up your head. So this needs to be pulled up. And this goes down. So your sacrum is going into the earth. Your head is pulling your upper back up. So you're lengthening your spine. If you feel something in the center of your back, that's okay. That your spine is actually elongating. Yeah, that's good. And you're feeling it in your legs, yeah? Okay, shoulders down. That's okay. Keep going a little longer. We're just going to hold this for about another 30 minutes, okay? And then we're all going to go to sleep. We're going to regenerate. Okay, so just keep going a little bit longer. 5 minutes of this is like first level, beginner level of Neigong. Okay, if you have never done this before, you're going to really feel that in your legs. Okay, once you've done 5 minutes for a while, eventually you work up to 10, 15, 20. 20 minutes is considered intermediate, starting working towards advanced Neigong, building the core of your body, and you start getting younger and younger and younger. Now when you start doing half an hour, in an hour,
Teach them.
you gain many, many years of longevity. Okay? All right, that's good.
That telling the body to lose weight.
Yes. What happens, the question is about weight
And toning.
and toning. All of these will tone your body.
Oh, yeah.
Different exercises for different parts of the body. We'll do one more that's a really great toner. Okay. What it does is change your metabolism. So people generally gain weight because their metabolism is getting sluggish. So this, when you remember when you were vibrating and you were doing this and you felt that vibration, that's burning. That's getting your metabolism revved up again. So it's like you're getting a new engine. It's like your engine's working like it was brand new again. So that's what these exercises do. All right, we'll do one more for toning. Question?
Where do the fingers point to?
Yes.
Do they just point at each other?
Yeah, they point at each other. Eventually you'll start to feel energy going through a loop, like through your hands. You'll feel the chi moving through them. But you don't want to touch them. Because it's nice to feel that charge moving through without touch.
A lot accumulating right in
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so that means your heart's gonna work. Yeah, and that also, of course, makes the hands soft. Okay, the next one is called the compost. So hold your feet a little wider than shoulder width. Still toes are in, and raise your arms above. Okay? So lift up. You feel lots in your shoulders, and I want you to bend onto your right side. So your left arm's over your ear, your left ear, and you're just hanging out on your right side. Yeah. So find your left arm, go, where's my ear? Put it over your ear. Okay, that looks good. It's as if someone's pulling you, but you're keeping your weight in the earth, so they can't pull you over. So your knees are out, your weight's on the outside of your feet, you're very solid in the earth. So just your upper torso is bending, and you should feel that here in your waist. So any of you want to make your waist little, this will do that. And then down now to your right foot. You can bend your knees a little, but ideally you still want to feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Your fingers are pointed towards each other, palms to the earth, and your waist is turned. Okay, so your hips are actually forward facing, but it's just your waist turned towards your right foot. And your wrists are bent, so you feel some energy in your hands instead of them being bent. So your fingers are facing each other. Yeah, some of you are facing the ground. Face. So your wrists are bent and your fingers face each other. Yeah, don't touch the ground. Good. Okay, now we're going to go to the center position with your arms by your ears, your body's bent in half, tuck your pelvis under you. And breathe through your nose. Get your arms as close to your ears as possible. Stretch those arms out as if someone's pulling you from the front, but you're staying in your ground. And then down to the left side, fingers facing each other, just like we did on the right. Your hips are forward, your waist is just turned. My body's getting stronger with every breath. With every move, more vitality. And now turn onto your left side briefly. Go to your left side. Bend your knees and lean back. Tuck your pelvis under you. Arms straight behind you, so you're leaning back. I know, this is a lot, right? You'll start vibrating. Breathe below your navel. Bend your knees. Right? This is going to tone your belly, right?
Yes.
You can do it to your right. Okay, and come up. That's one revolution. Let's just do the other side. Stretch up. Feet in the earth. Heaven above. Heads above. Breathe below your navel. Hang on the left side. So you're stretching the right side of your waist. Down to your left side. Hips are forward, your waist is just turned to the left. Breathe below your navel. Okay, and then come to the center position with your arms up by your ears. Your body's bent in half. You're bent forward. Yeah, good. You can bend your knees a little bit. Arms by the ears. And down to the right side there. So you should feel something down the back of your legs. Then turn over to the right. Bend your knees, lean back, tuck your pelvis under your seat. Keep your lower back safe. Arms stretched. Keep them as straight as you can. Breathe below your navel and to the left. Was this the right? Oh, sorry, to the right. I'm doing it the other way. Okay, you know what I mean. And straight up. Okay, reach up high. This is the last time we're doing it. And down. So there's an exercise in these chi exercises for every part of the body for toning, and we've just done some of them. We're doing a class on this, August 21st, I think. It's a Thursday. From, what is it, 10 to 12?
Chi cultivation.
Chi cultivation is, I believe it's 10 to 12 in the morning. Thursdays, that's the 21st of August. There's 3 of them. So there'll be a series of 23 exercises.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For 4 weeks.
10 to 12, and then compassionate calms afterwards.
Yeah, 10 to 12 on that Thursday.
So without putting you on the spot to answer this, how is this different than yoga? Is yoga the same thing? Would it do the same thing? Or?
Well, some postures in yoga are similar. Some postures in yoga are different. So it is similar. This is compared to like Chinese yoga. Probably the biggest difference is that in most of the postures, the whole body is integrated into each of them. And in yoga, that's true in a lot of postures. In a lot of other yoga postures, there's maybe one side of the body that's stretching more than the other, or one limb that's stretching more than the other. So there's usually a little bit more isolation to a lot of the yoga postures. This is more contained, so every exercise is more contained. Your whole body is integrated in some way, and that tends to be more of a contracting effect on the body, whereas yoga tends to have more, depends what postures, more of an expanding effect on the body. That's probably the most general difference I could say.
Have more flexibility.
You'll get flexibility from both. It just depends on the exercises. So there's some we haven't done that focus on different parts of the body. So we've just done a few of them. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? So let's just for a moment find a partner and just go back to back with each other. Let's get a little bit of the touch, sense. Okay, we're just going to hold. We're just going to hold and feel each other's back. Okay, back to back. We're not going to do anything. Okay, we're not going to lift them or anything. If you want to, it's fine. Whatever feels natural, it's fine. What I want you to focus on is the back. Your back, your partner's back. Okay? We've stretched everybody's backs a little bit. You can come here. I'll go with you. Okay? And just feel, breathe. So just stay stationary. Just go right up against my back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back to back. Good. All right, so feel your partner's back as well as your own. And breathe. So a certain part of your partner's back is touching yours. So notice that area. And breathe with your partner there. If your thoughts start scattering, going somewhere, just get back in your body through the breath. You can breathe deeply into your abdomen. And also feel your back. This is very powerful because the nervous system is centered through our spine, through all our vertebrae. And now we're connecting with another person. So we got double energy going on here. And whatever got moved right now in these exercises is now being supported and initiated through touch with the partner. So breathe into your belly and soak in your health, vitality, and anything else you're choosing to manifest in your life. Okay, now what I'd like you to do is really, really slowly feel your partner's back. I want you to go at turtle speed, tortoise speed. Really, really slow, move away. If you go slow enough, layer by layer, you'll feel that you're still connected. So I want you to go really slow and move away from your partner to disconnect. Yet still feel connected. There we go. Do you feel that? They're still there. Breathe that through your whole body, all right? This is going on all the time. We're really connected to every body, okay? And we get to remember that when we're doing exercises like this. Okay, so walk away from your partner. Do you still feel them there?
Yeah.
All right, isn't that nice, right? Support. Isn't that nice? Walk around. Feel that, right? So now, the next time you say to someone, I miss you, you could really feel that. Wow, I used to feel you. I don't feel you anymore. I miss you.